Hello and welcome to Ian Pool. Today I thought I'd do another tutorial. Now it's about all the drills and the type of stuff that will help you with your pool, obviously because it's a tutorial video. So if you've learned all the spin shots and how to cue properly and everything like that, and then you're just getting started onto now potting the balls and what order you to go in, I'll start off with doing something like this. Now I've mentioned this in a video previously and never shown what to do or anything like that. But what I would start doing is potting any ball in any order, and you can use the cushions as well. So for example, if I will be playing just for this yellow, so I've not used a cushion there, but I can always use a cushion if I need. So that was a bit of screw back, bit of top spin, top spin again. So I would keep on doing that, and you can use the cushions because it would be you're starting off doing something brand new, and it will just get you straight into it. And if you miss a ball, you can either replace it, but what I like to do is restart the whole thing and try and go through putting everything in sort of one go, not one shot, but one go. But it's entirely up to you. I mean, you can just put the ball back on and retry the shot, see where you went wrong. Now there is one thing I'll say this throughout all these tutorials: do not rush your shots, because rushing is one of the things where people miss. They expect the ball to go in and then it doesn't go in, and then they question why, and normally the reason is that they've rushed the shot. Make sure your cue is chalk so you don't have any miscues. And yeah, just focus on your shots, what you want to play for next. Don't just expect the cue ball to land on the ball, because eventually, as you can see here, I'm going to have to go down to this end of the table. So there's a few different ways you can do this. The next one is either you can do the same thing you did before, which is any ball, any order, but this time you can't use the cushions. So for example, you can't come off a cushion to set up on the next ball. You have to use little screw backs, you have to use a little bit of top spin, you have to get accurate on your shots. So that'll be for any ball at any point. So a bit like what I just showed before, but this time without the cushions getting involved. And then once you've done that, now don't forget, this will probably take you a lot of goes. But that's the whole point. If you're wanting to be a pool or a snooker player or anything like that, you have to put in hours of practice. And I mean hours. I don't mean 2 hours, I don't mean 3, I mean 1 billion hours you need to put in. And you need to get into that mode of focusing on what you're going for. If you really want to take it seriously, you're going to need to practice a lot. Playing matches and games are good at some points, but not for actual practice and getting into the pool and snooker theme. The reason being is because in a match, you're playing different shots near enough every time you take a shot, so you're not learning. You just sort of playing that shot, and then you've forgotten about that shot, you're playing your next shot, you forgot about that shot, you could be playing snooker next. So you've got to learn different type of shots. And that's quite a lot to take in one, in a match or in a game or whatever. So do that next, so just any ball, any order sort of thing, but don't use the cushions. Use a little bit of spin and a little bit of angle, just trying to position yourself for the next ball. Now once you've done that, which I'm not expecting to happen on the same day, what you want to do now is go for colour order. So for example, reds, then yellows, and then maybe the 8-ball. Maybe the 8-ball can be like a safety ball or something like that. Now if you're feeling good, do it without the cushions. Because doing the shots without the cushions shows that you've got more ball control than if you did use the cushions. So I'm going to have a quick go of it. You can't actually see the whole table there, so I'm just going to move the camera down slightly. Now I might miss, it happens, so I'm just going to show part of the table like that. Should have really done it long ways, but never mind, lengthways even. So I'm going to start off with the yellows, and what I want to try and do is just keep on the yellows and not lose any position. Already lost position. Now I've lost position, getting down to the nitty gritty stuff. The final ball, and I have to hit the cushion. Restart! Or replay a shot that I made earlier. I'm allowed to use the cushion. My video. So give that a go. Now as you can see, the way I've set it up is like any ball, so it's not like red, yellow, or red then yellows. So just give that a go and see how you get on. Don't forget, don't rush, and it's going to be a lot of practice. So here's a little sort of tutorial, like aiming test for you. Now, I actually originally did this when I was actually really young, and I did it on a snooker table when I had a coach for about a year or something like that. But he was a really like old-fashioned type coach, and then I didn't get really any coaching after that. But I thought this was a pretty good idea. This actually tests your eyesight, your aiming. Apart from just obviously like plotting the ball, that will obviously help you see how you're aiming or whatever. But what you got to try and do is you've got to hit the cue ball between the balls. So as you can see there, the gaps get smaller as the line goes along. So it's just a case of just going, hitting in between, moving to the next one, moving to the next one. That's getting really intense. I've hit a red. So, what do? You've hit the red, you retry it all again. Now there are multiple different types of drills that you can do. Here's another one. You can even add more balls to it if you want. I've just got the cue ball in a circle there. And what I'm going to do is just going to stun the cue ball in the centre of the circle. If you lose position, just see if you can still pop the ball anyway, but make sure you focus on getting that position. What you don't want to do is become one of those players where you take a shot and hope for the best for position, or you expect it to go there but you don't actually try to get it in that position. So I'm going to try and keep the cue ball in the centre of in the centre of the circle. I might not necessarily do it, but then what do? Restart it again and try again. So I'm going to start off with this middle pocket red. Just got to keep it in the centre of the circle. Now, of course, the circle is disappearing, but you sort of know where the outline of the circle is. This is quite difficult because I'm just on the edge of the circle there, or I'm not in it, I don't know. This can be quite difficult because you've got to use the getting over the ball and make it a more awkward shot, so you've got to put your hand over the ball sometimes. Eventually there's going to be no circle there, but just try and pop the balls as much as you can. Don't do it like how I'm doing it, because I'm just rushing through the video. Take your time. Don't do what I do. Another one is you can set up all the balls if you wanted to. I'll just put the reds out here, but basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to stun the cue ball instead of using top spin. So it's just stun back. You can use the cushion if you really want to. So it's just a case of just doing little screw back, sorry. Small stuff like that, and then just try and get used to keeping on one side of the table. Get in that position, nice and accurate. So there are multiple different types of other drills that you can do, and it's probably quite simple enough just to Google pool drills or whatever, and you'll find some pictures or maybe even some other videos. There is more videos on YouTube. I don't know if they give as much detail. I don't really look at pool drill videos because they're not my type of thing. But yeah, so try out some different ones and see how it goes, and don't forget, lots of practice and eventually you'll get there.